Hey guys, so we back again, making the right play podcast episode 3. It's your host, man, Freddie B. Man, we still got my guys with me, my squad with me, man. We got my boy Greg Clark in here. We got my boy DT, man. Greg, got any words to start off the show before we get going, man?
I was ready to get the show going. Appreciate the fan support. Getting good feedback. To make this podcast better. And I appreciate all the love, and I'm ready to get it started.
Derek, what's up, man?
Hey, I just want to say, like Greg said, thanks everybody for, tuning in, sharing, liking, comment. We truly appreciate that. Another thing is Mother's Day weekend, so happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, ladies.
Man.
Hey.
Amen.
Shout out to the mothers.
Shout out to mothers, man. So, I just want to back what they said. We love the feedback, guys. We just glad that you guys are growing with us, and keep commenting, regardless what it is. Keep commenting. We love to see it, man, and just be a part of the community. Okay, so we'll get this show going here, and we just appreciate you guys tuning in. So, guys, I kind of want to start with this subject today because of how recently this happened, and Derek, we're gonna start off with you here, and then we're gonna go on with you, G. We got this is kind of unique to me, so we'll start here. What's going on here, man? More nights sitting out this mini camp, man. I just want to. Shamar. It's Shamar.
Okay.
Stewart.
It's Stewart. I'm sorry, Shamar. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I'm gonna get that edited out, get that taken care of. But Stewart, and Knight. What's going on there, y'all?
Me personally, I think, the guy, you don't want to get out there before you sign that contract and hurt yourself. So the contract ain't signed yet. The guy don't want to take a risk. I drove down there past that practice field. The grass has came up off the field. The grass is not on the practice field. So me personally, I'm not in that position to sign for millions of dollars. But I'm not going to go out there and risk myself getting hurt, and I'm not under contract yet. We ain't inked nothing. So I don't want to be a liability for nothing. Because here it is. I haven't signed the deal yet, and I'm going out here participating in minicamp, which is only for one day. The Bengals are the only team in the NFL that does minicamp for one day. So I can understand those guys not holding out until their contract is signed. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. But come July, they need to be ready to go.
You guys hear me? Y'all can't hear me? Oh, okay. It's good to be there, but it don't make a big deal. I know the contracts, like Derek said, is real important before you touch the field, but I ain't gonna make too much of it. I think a lot of people looked at the video when Stewart, his response was nonchalant, and it rubbed a couple of reporters the wrong way. Then I see a lot of people in the messages talking about, here we go. They didn't like this pick anyway. Look how he acting, and But I'm not gonna read too much into it. I know the Bengals gonna get it done, before camp. Yeah, like Derek said, it's a one-day thing. So they were still there, but they didn't participate. Them being there is better than not being there. At least they can interact with their rookie teammates and everything, coaches, hearing plays and stuff, going over things. But I think everything will be hashed out and they'll be ready to go by the time the season start. Well, real training camp.
Fred, you are muted, brother.
Sorry about that, guys. So, I just quick question: is there the money that they're going to get guaranteed? Does that hurt anything that like the trade? Because that's what I'm trying to figure out. Why? You know what I mean? Because I look at with Ashton Genty, what he got guaranteed and got paid. kind of got paid like he was already been in the NFL. You know, sometimes that looked at like a second contract. But just basically saying, does that hurt anything? You know, with trying to sign Trey or trying to sign any other free agents?
Nah,
with that money.
Nah,
that's
not at all.
Because I'm just trying to figure out, you know,
because his guaranteed money will be probably a 4-year, $16 million.
Gotcha.
Similar to the offensive tackle we got last year, Mims. I think like a 4-year, 16.25. You know, that top 5 money different. Top 2 money is different. So they will be getting like, I say like a Cam Ward to get like 36, stuff like that, 40 around that number. But Stewart should be getting probably around no more than 18, I'm gonna say, on a 4-year deal.
Yeah, but you know, with that collective bargaining, it's capped at how much that they can get. So
right,
it's only so much you can get. I don't know how they do it by position breakdown or like, you know, something around like quarterbacks, running backs, receivers, and so on. But it's a cap that's on rookies. You're only gonna make so much those first 4 years. So that's already in the works. We know where we drafting at, so we know what we go, and we know who we drafted. So we already know what's allocated towards him. Trade deal is not a problem. I do think those restructuring those other 2 contracts with Stone and Moss is helping out with the Trey signing.
Yes, I agree with that. Well, I think in the draft, it go by 5. It's 5, get this, 10, 5 to 10, get this, 10 to 15, get this, 15 to 20, get this, okay. 20, 25, that's how it is. So it's like, I want to say it's dropping off 10 million, probably like 7, 8 million, 5, then that's 7, 5. So that's why it trickles down the lower you go. That's why a lot of guys through college, Mel Kiper, people get mad at him because he can be the reason you lose $5-10 million because of the way he rates you. Todd, what's his name? Todd Mache. He the same way. A lot of GMs go off what they say to draft you. You know, unless you know your guy. You the first, second, third pick, either one. But after that, it's like, dude, I supposed to be top 5. Now I'm 16, 17 because you said I had an off the field. I didn't go to class. I got into it with my coach. So, yeah, that's how it is. A lot of guys be mad at them draft gurus, you know, talking about they didn't lost money because of what they said, them falling in the draft.
Gotcha. What's up, DC? You got something to say? Add it right there.
Yeah, but Greg, you can't say that those GMs go off for Todd McShay and Mel Kiper, especially not after this last draft where they got
a lot of them do. No, I'm just saying not all of them, but a lot of guys hold weight to what they say. That's why they still at ESPN. I'm not saying all, no, because some guys, a lot of times Mel Kiper be wrong. A lot. But they keep him on board to help like young GMs that don't scout. He's the scout guru. He know you're 40. He know what you ate last night. He know where you live at, and you didn't go to class on Thursday. So a lot of that stuff, like, I'm not saying all GMs.
Pretty much his job. You know what I mean? Like, that's what he does, 24/7 here. So, yeah, hey, who they? Bengals, let's get it together, man. We need these guys on the mini camp. We need to be a unit as one, guys. So let's get that together, man. So, and we're going to stay here in the NFL, man. I think a big pick that happened, big trade. I mean, George Pickens. I was a little confused. I didn't know, I understand Pittsburgh's playing style, so I can kind of understand, and them paying DK, over, for the long haul. I kind of thought, with Pickens and his on the field issues and maybe off the field issues might have had a little sustain there. I've been hearing rumors with him and Tomlin. Like, let's start here, man. What we think about this trade, man?
I think for Dallas, it's a good trade. I'm hearing Pittsburgh fans, they pissed. But some of them like it. They wanted him out of there. They feel with DK getting $33 million to piggyback off what you said, Fred. I do think that's a Pittsburgh tradition, for one, not to carry 2 high-paid wide receivers. So I was hearing rumblings through the draft. They was trying to move him, but they wanted a second round for him. And a lot of teams say, huh. And I know y'all probably saw when they said people laughed when he got traded because they definitely thought he wasn't worth no second round. But I think with Dallas, him going to Dallas and having CeeDee Lamb, I think the stakes ain't got any more pressure on Dak moving forward because now, you got two guys, that could take a ball and go 80 yards. We didn't see Pickens do it to the Bengals. Yes, he's high-headed. Yes, he's fiery. But now he can't complain. He threw some of the quarterbacks under the bus in Pittsburgh. I ain't getting the ball. I ain't getting the ball. Oh, you about to get it now. And I do think he's going to be like a 1,200-yard receiver if he stay healthy and everything, And, and I think he's one of the young top guys in the game. But I think if Pittsburgh wanted him gone, I think it's good for Pittsburgh too. But me looking at it, I think Dallas won this. Yeah.
One echo. Okay, good one.
Yes.
Hey, DC, what you think, man? You on mute.
I think it was detrimental to the team, for one, because ain't no way the coach is on the forefront to move you. So your attitude or whatever you're doing is having an effect on the locker room. But George Pickens can play football. So him going to Dallas, and I feel Dallas got a steal with that deal that they got. But looking back at Pittsburgh identity is run the ball and play football and play defense. So you with the one receiver with DK, you drafted another backup. Then you already got the running back, another running back. Then you got the running back already over there in Warren. So I feel like they're trying to get back to Pittsburgh football, run the ball and play defense. So I think that's it can be good for both teams. It can actually work out for both. But the thing is, who's going to be throwing the ball in Pittsburgh? You don't have a quarterback over there to DK. So that's a problem.
Hey, and that's so funny because we actually got to transition to that, right? And so I agree. Great points for both of you guys. G, I agree with you. I think Dallas did win it. I think we all agree. George Pickens is a hell of a football player. When he's locked in and he got somebody to get him to rock. It's a few times this year with him and Russell Wilson where I was like, hey, this is gonna work. You know what I mean? And so he has a big year. This is a contract year. You know what I mean? And so and this also leaves Dak Prescott with no excuses. You know what I mean? Like we see, we got two of the top wide receivers, and not our guys, of course, because I don't think with Jamar, I think we got some of the top guys, but I'm just saying, like, excuses why. Go ahead, G. Go ahead.
Let me add one little tidbit. I don't know if y'all sent it or did I send it to y'all. Y'all know I be sending a lot of stuff. His agent came out and said there ain't a guarantee he's signing back with them. Did y'all see that?
Yeah, I saw that early. Yeah, yep. And that's why I said it's a huge year. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's tough for me to trade for you. But then you got to look at Dallas money. Dak $60 million come in. CeeDee Lamb 33. So we looking at 93 with Dak and CeeDee. Oh yeah, Michael Parsons looking over his shoulder like, what's up with me? I like that 40 million Gary got. And what you think Pickens gonna want? 30, 28 like T? So who leaves? It's just a 1-year rental. And I heard Pittsburgh was looking at Gabe Davis, who got released by the Jaguars. I think that'd be a good pickup for Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I heard it was like Gabe.
Yeah. Gabe Davis, yeah, definitely. And so kind of just transitioning to what you just said, who's gonna be, throwing that ball next year. Where is this guy playing, man? Are we waiting for the theatrics, for him to I know I know this your guy, but I know you I
don't even want to talk about him.
And I know we can keep it short, y'all, but what I want to do is I do want to touch base here because I just want to know, what do you guys think he's playing next year, man? DC, you want to start here?
Yeah, so Aaron Rodgers, it's been rumored Pittsburgh. But after that announcement today, with David Carr retiring down in New Orleans, you drafted the young kid out of Louisville.
Good point, D.
Bring Aaron Rodgers in to mentor that kid where he can sit a year, because Aaron Rodgers only going to probably play another year. You bring Aaron Rodgers in, let him mentor that kid, get that kid ready, and have him go. That'll be my number one spot. I say Saints, but there's other options out there still. You got Pittsburgh, you got the Raiders, you still got the Giants. So, but if I'm having to choose, and I'm putting my GM shoes on, and I'm looking long term for my success of my team, Aaron Rodgers is a good guy. I feel that a kid can learn under. Like you see the kid Jordan Love in Green Bay that sat behind him. He's coming into himself now. So giving that opportunity where somebody can sit a year behind and be able to grow and learn from him. And don't lead the Raiders too. Tom Brady, number 12. Aaron Rodgers, number 12. Let me come on over here and work out with you over in Vegas and see what we can do, Tom. But I'm going Saints as his landing spot.
Saints is last spot. Okay, DT Saints. All right, G. What we got? What's going on? I know you want to cook right here.
Yeah, I seem to this. Go to the Saints. I don't want you. And Rodgers, I'm gonna tell everybody that's my favorite quarterback all time, the Green Bay one. But it's stuff that come with him that I don't even want around my team. You know, as a his personality, I can't stand. He don't take accountability. I think Pittsburgh shouldn't get him, not out of fear that he's in my division, but his makeup, him moving forward, he didn't got older. You know, but Derek make a good point about him going to the Saints. That would be cool, you know. But if I'm Pittsburgh, Will gonna be your guy. I go with Will, and I just go pick up a free agent to back him up. You know, I just go all in with Will, but it's probably pressure there too in Pittsburgh. You know, under Tomlin, because a lot of fans are starting to grow like from him, like they getting lightweight tired of him. And I just think that with Aaron Rodgers holding everything up, abusing his power, you're not gonna have my franchise hostage waiting on you. You either in or you out. Just let me know. You know, I see videos of him practicing with DK and the rookie guy, I think Caleb. I think that's his name from Iowa.
Yeah,
But but he's not giving no answers. So they probably got something done. Not saying it by him being at the facility. I'm pretty much sure you got to have a card to swipe in. I'm thinking he's probably got something done with him. But Derek Dool got a point. That New Orleans job opening up, and he can mentor that young guy. I can definitely see that. I can definitely see that him going to New Orleans too, looking at that spot.
Yeah, that's a great points because you know it's so funny. Before Minnesota decided to go with JJ and they let Sam go, I thought he was gonna try to pull a Brett Favre. You know, you know what I mean, leaving from there. You know, go to Minnesota, which was the arch nemesis. You know, maybe get back at Green Bay. You know what I mean? So, but I think what happened last year with the Jets, I mean, I think all of us as football fans, it was sour taste in the mouth, no accountability. You know, you talk about podcasters. I think you might be a hell of a one. You and Pat, you know what y'all got going on. That might be what you need to do. You know what I mean? Because on the field right now, it's just you know, I wouldn't rush to go see Aaron Rodgers play right now. That's just me specifically, man. So and Derek, you made a good point. You brought him up. And we'll transition from football. Derek Carr retires, man. What kind of career wise, what would y'all say? You know what I mean?
Middle of the pack, 17, 18 quarterback, solid arm, decent competitor. To me, Paz left a lot of meat on the table. Like I don't look at him like that. He cool, you know. He never reached his full potential. You know, that stuff him and Devontae with the Vegas Raiders, that never took off. But he just solid. I give him that. I give him about like a good B minus, C plus, borderline quarterback. He a starter, but he's nobody that I'm looking to light me up or nothing.
Mm-hmm. Got you. Okay, that's a great grade. What about you, DT? What you think about him?
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I mean, he's I'll just say an average quarterback. I mean, but based on some of the teams he played around, he really didn't have those weapons to be able to live up to his full potential. But you know, he did the best what he could. But you know, injuries cut his career short, like that shoulder injury. But I mean, the guy went out there. You can say, I guess he gave it his all. But I mean, middle of the pack. You know, just like that. He's a middle of the pack quarterback. So, but hey,
he's that better, huh?
He did what he can do. I mean, Dak ain't won nothing and Carr ain't won nothing. So I mean, if you want to say how can you be better? I mean, look what Dak had around him compared to what Carr had around him.
But I'm just saying, I think Dak is a little bit better than him. I ain't saying a great better.
I'm saying if you get him those same weapons, will he be able to do the same thing that Dak had? Dak had running backs here and had receivers.
I don't think Carr can. I don't.
Stop it, man. Dak is a bomb, man. He's one.
He's not a bum. Just say he. I won't say he's a bum, Derek. I won't say he's a bum. Now, come on.
What is you saying? Like all that money.
He's probably top 10. He top 10. You can't name 10 quarterbacks probably better than Dak. Come on, Derek. You better than that now. I know he ain't nobody that you like, but I'm just saying.
No, first of all, I can go with 10. Don't get me taking it there.
I mean, if you get to 10, we what? Apples and oranges? What we juggling?
No, we're not. But you saying that he's top 10?
Give me 10.
I'll give Dak a top.
Hold on. Give me 10 real quick, DT. Hold on, G. Give me 10.
Pat Mahomes.
Okay.
Josh Allen.
Okay.
Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
You got the CJ Stroud.
Okay.
You got what's his name out there in San Diego? What's his name?
Herbert.
Justin Herbert. What's the 8? Is that 7 or 8 there?
7.
7.
You got Justin Herbert. Then you had the guy that down there. Yeah, you got Philly. That's Justin Hurts.
Jalen Hurts. Yep.
Jalen Hurts. Right. That's 8.
Yep.
So then we got over there a guy that if you want to go.
See, he don't even stutter.
No, so
he don't even stutter though. He don't stutter.
So listen.
Hold on.
So look. Then you listen. So you listening. So then I can put a guy like Baker Mayfield over him.
What Baker done?
What have Baker done? Baker's winning. Baker's going farther than Dak. Baker's going to
losing in the playoffs. Dak went to some NFC championships, lost to the 49ers, the Eagles. I mean, like,
are we speaking about career? Hold on, guys. Let me just clarify the concept, right? So, are we speaking career, or are we just speaking right now? You know what I mean? Because if we're speaking right now,
I got to talk about what are you doing. He's not doing anything. Like
he's losing in the playoffs. He's going to the playoffs like Baker. How many teams Baker played for?
It don't matter. Baker.
It do matter because you not no staple.
Okay, so are you telling me that Dak Prescott's a staple and his team ain't won shit? Get off that Michael Irvin.
What are you talking about? I'm talking about why Baker Mayfield got moved around 3 times.
It's the NFL team.
Why Dak ain't been moved if he's sticking it up?
Because Dak has an owner that believes in him, that's going out putting money into him, and he's still not producing.
Why
fan base? What is he?
Okay, but why they ain't believe in Baker?
Evidently, somebody do. He read up a deal in Tampa.
And let me be.
Dak got $60 million.
But also let's say this though, Cleveland has been a graveyard for court. I mean, I just watched a YouTube video where this guy broke down you know what I mean, like the quarterbacks that's been in Cleveland. So I haven't seen a successful quarterback in Cleveland probably, and maybe I'm exaggerating. I'm 36, not to tell my age, but I don't remember one. And it might have been one before I was watching football, but I just remember like Tim Couch. I remember that whole. Yeah, like
who do they have none in Cleveland?
Who I thought my boy from Notre Dame, Kaiser, remember the black
kid? Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah,
I thought he would have had a chance up there because he had a few games and then it ended up, and again, I think we talk about system a lot, right? Fit, and we talk about system a lot, and I think Baker has now found the system that his thing, and it's built around him too.
I like Baker with Tampa Bay.
Two more quarterbacks I left off too. They get Matthew Stafford. And you got the guy over in Detroit too.
Oh, Jared Goff.
Goff.
Yeah, for this year, yeah. But I'm just saying it's murky.
But you got
Jared Goff lost in the NFC Championship. Dak lost in the NFC Championship. Jared Goff lost in the playoffs. Dak lost in the playoffs. I'm saying it's more similar as you get to like 7, 8, 9. That's all I'm saying. It's like you can go either way. But said he's a bum. Nah, he's not a bum. I'm gonna call him.
Are we talking about skill set? Because are we talking like skill set or like what I mean? Are we talking about the intangibles or because I know winning goes into it, right? You know what I mean? In those lists and like I said, everybody's gonna have an opinionated list of how they're looking at it and build that 10 up. I mean, you know what I mean? Because being a better, sorry y'all, Dak Prescott smoked me last year. You know what I mean? It was a couple of games where I'm just like, God damn, Dak, what is going on? But I also realized, I kind of blame it on the offensive coordinator a lot too. You know what I mean? I think Rico Dowdle was actually I think we talked about it last time, was probably a solid back that might have should have, playbook wise, we should have been opening up a little bit more. You know what I mean? So a whole lot more. So guys, we're gonna get back to that because we got a lot of NFL. We're gonna be getting into that here soon.
Okay.
And we're gonna be talking about this every day, guys. So we're gonna kind of transition here to the NBA playoffs, guys. I wanted to start here with let's start here. Boston and Cleveland woes, guys. I'm gonna say a few things here just early. Let's keep in mind Cleveland has some injuries. The first two, not the first game, but the second game, we missing pretty much 75% of the team. We were talking about Garland, Evan Mobley, and Hunter, which these guys are a big part of Cleveland's success this year. Not, of course, we got a star in Donovan Mitchell who showed up. I mean, he's looked incredible. So, and then we got Boston. And I also want to throw this in here before we start. And we'll start with you, G. Is Tatum scared of the moment? Because we last year, I mean, you know what I mean? We were talking about this last year, and Jaylen Brown got that Finals MVP. And G, you made a great point last year that I remember when we broke down the stats. Tatum ended up actually probably having better stats than Jaylen Brown at the end, but not the same impact. I think the impact was different. And G, you go ahead and clarify a little bit of what's going on with these two teams, man, and what we're looking forward to.
So you want me to start with Cleveland?
You can start with either one. Either one is fine.
I'm gonna go with Tatum since that's my favorite young player, and I don't hold hands. He just looks soft. It's the moment that he feel like everybody's looking at him like as one of the faces of the league. This what comes with it. See, when you got that type of pressure where you gotta come through for your team, this is why you getting $300 million, and you looking like an $85 million guy. It's like, what's the hype about? You supposed to take this leap that you talking about. Kerr pissed you off. You ain't mad. What it is, they ain't taking you serious. As a player, if you that dude, everybody, Jaylen Brown, because Jaylen Brown flexing this and that. I'm all about guys getting their buckets, being finesse and everything. They just not taking you serious. And when it's time to come through, when you got the ball and you dribble into that triple team and try to pass, my phone got lit up. Oh man, G, your boy, this and that. Yeah, that's what happened. You look soft, like Mike Krzyzewski said. I should have left you in St. Louis. He said you like a soft, light-skinned kid. Maybe they need to say that to him. But last I checked, they was up 15 in New York. And for as Donovan Mitchell, I saw this thing. They said, I hate to bring this dude's name up. They said he looked like Jordan there. I said, why? They put that pressure on him. Because he had 2 back-to-back 40 pieces, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and when I was coming up, I was used to seeing stuff like that. I mean, now it's highlighted. My 23 was doing that, but don't put that on my guy. And like you said, Fred, Cleveland had these injuries. Where these injuries come from? I don't remember seeing them. Derek, did you see anybody from Cleveland get hurt? Like literally. Because I'm like, when did they get hurt? I was shocked that these guys was injured, but I think Cleveland going to bring it back 2-2. I'll be shocked if they go back home 3-1. It's all you, Derek.
Go ahead, D. Go ahead.
Yeah, like you said, I think Cleveland's biggest issue is the injuries. You take that off the court, we won 64 games.
Right.
You take those guys off the court. That's a big factor. And here it is, you got Donovan Mitchell, who has balled out and gave you 91 points. Like, that's insane. And when you say, they using your guy, your 23, I don't know who that is, but it's a lot of 23s.
You got his shoes. Remember you texted me?
It's a lot of 23s around. I do have a pair of LeBrons right there in the living room here.
No, I'm talking about the ones that you said you had a problem getting. The line was too long.
All that stuff is online.
Okay. Gotcha.
But I will say Cleveland, the injuries is for Cleveland. And Boston, I just feel like the defense gotta get there, but you're taking all those shots and missing as well. But they living by the 3 they down for back. Like even today earlier, they was up 30 points today. So and it looked like Joe, whatever message he was getting out to those guys, they responded today. So and basketball it's a 7-game series. So you just take it one game at a time and hopefully you can get it back. But it's another series that's going on too. That's over there. That's a 1 and a 4 with Denver and OKC.
Yeah.
You know, that's the issue over there too now with 2-1 Denver over like your boy, what's his name? It's G boy, SGA.
SGA.
That ain't my boy.
Yeah, so he over there like
that ain't my boy.
He's been like, you know, he put up outstanding numbers throughout the regular season. Now here it is, the playoff. You going away like the guy G don't like, as he say, hit the other 23. It's like he disappearing right now.
Yeah, but you know what, guys? Let me just touch base on this, right? Like last time we talked about how the playoffs is being called differently than regular season, right? And they don't realize we love this type of ball. We don't love the regular season. You know, we're not watching it. It's soft.
Talking,
you know what I mean?
Fred.
Like let's just be honest, NBA. This is why you're losing viewership, man. We don't care about you scoring 50 and 60, and you know what I mean? Against, you know, in the regular season, you had 60 against Chicago. Oh, that's cool, man. You know what I mean? You're playing against pretty much first, second year players over there, or Brooklyn, right? So what happens is that we're getting into this playoffs where I can put these damn hands on you. I'm letting them hand check a little bit. I'm hitting you with this little shoulder a little bit. You know what I mean? Like it's not going. Yep, it's not going to be the same game. And that's why with Donovan Mitchell, it's so spectacular to see, because I'm like, oh, this guy is really, you know, when he comes off a screen, he like, I know I can get to my shot off. I know I can get to the rim. I can make free throws. And the scary thing about him now is that with this team, when he comes off a pick and roll, he showed us he's an incredible playmaker too. He's getting the ball to people in the corners. Evan Mobley is stepping out, hitting the three. Jared Allen, listen, big boy. All we need you to do is run the floor. He got a little push shot now, rebound, dunk the ball. And the most important thing that Donovan Mitchell is doing, that he's showing us, is that he's a leader. He's talking. If you look at the interactions he's having with these kids, right? He's telling them, "Hey, my nigga, hey, you got to make that." He told Jared Allen, "Hey, dog, dunk the damn ball. What are you doing?" You know what I mean? Like, you know. So again, he's showing us a step up. And I know him and Tatum is boys, but what I'm saying is they like real good friends. I remember Donovan Mitchell was at Boston game when Cleveland got knocked out last year. Remember he was at most of the games.
I remember that.
Great friends, and so what basically what I'm saying is that if I'm Jason, I'm looking at like, hold on. Not to bring this kid up because he's amazing. We talked about him last week. I might not be like Ant-Man. I don't think I can talk my shit.
He ain't that.
And he not that. That's what I'm about to say. Ant-Man is a gangster. Like, you know, and what I mean by that is that, you know, my term of gangster is a lot different than just the street guys. You know,
right.
When you like, G, when you say, "Hey, I'm gonna knock dude out," and you knock him out, that's a gangster to me. Or, you know, you taking care of your kids, that's gangster to me. You go to the gym 5 days a week, that's gangster. You show up on time, you're a man of your word, that's gangster.
Yeah.
And that's what I look at. And like I said, I think Krzyzewski said you know, somebody need to be talking and take, you know, we got to bring him back down to we got to break him down real quick to build him up, because the kid is skilled. When he gets to the rim and not utilize the 3-point shot, he turns into a whole different player. And he has to start incorporating that in this game if we want to see Boston repeat.
Yeah, and I just think that Tatum my dude, but I could tell he's weak-minded. I could tell that he's sensitive to the moment. I could tell he wants the moment to come to him. He don't want to go take the moment. You got to take it. And I just think at times where I see him dribble, and he's thinking, Fred, he's thinking while he dribble. Go to your game, get to your spot. Right. He has it. But what's throwing me off, you went to that Mamba camp, bro. Mm-hmm. What will Kobe tell you? You're thinking too damn much. Kobe said, go. Go. You mentioned go. You can't hesitate. Whoever, like you heard, whoever hesitates is lost. That's why he's lost. That's why that pass. That's why my phone was on fire. And I got another thing about Cleveland. Derek, you're going to like this. Don't be shocked if y'all 23 go back to Cleveland. I'm going to leave it at that.
No, well, what does that have to do with me? This guy,
no. I know
he just said. He said that.
Calm down. I'm saying, don't be shocked. This is my GM cat. I'm just saying, because the people that Cleveland got for Luka, Jared Allen can go to LA. Lob threat. That's what Luka wants. Hunter can go to LA. First round picks can go to LA. So I could see Bron going back home for year 23 with Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, and a point guard.
But this is the thing I want you to understand, Greg, and I keep making this reference to you. When you
Stop
say
lying.
don't pit LeBron on me. I tell you this all the time. I told you I was a KD fan. I continue to tell you this. Further,
You got a pair of Bron shoes. You got a pair of KDs?
Let the record reflect Derek Raquel Turner is not a LeBron James fan. I was a KD fan, Greg. And then you made your hand like this. That's the claw. What were you talking about, Kawhi Leonard?
No, I'm saying using your hands on defense.
Using the hands on defense.
You know, you was known for hacking down the way.
Guess what?
You told me that. You told me that ain't nobody dunking on you. Did you not tell me that?
I told you this.
What's that?
They give you 6 quarters. When the game was over with, I still had 6.
Hey, you crazy. Hey, y'all, so we gonna stay in the NBA boat, man. How detrimental is this? Listen. I'm gonna start with you, DT. This is what I'm gonna say. And I want to just put this in context and let y'all go. The way that Steph Curry plays the game, he's so in shape, he plays it so hard that we knew that this was gonna end up happening. You know what I mean? Like, it was only. He looked tired against Houston. I could tell. I'm like, this dude is. You know what I mean? So, Derek, let's start with you here, man. With injury, how key is this? And are we done? Is Golden State pretty much? Are we done here in this series with Minnesota?
Listen, I don't think it's nothing. Steph Curry, this is the NBA. Next man up. You went out and acquired Jimmy Buckets, who's known to lead a team. Steph, go down. Jimmy is here for a reason. You brought him in to help you. He can do it. Jimmy can do it. Steph Curry, yeah, he's a basketball player. I can give you that. He can shoot the ball. You know, he helps his team. But I feel you got Jimmy Buckets, you got Draymond, and you got the twin kid that y'all talk about over there. You got more than enough pieces. I'm not making no excuse for this team, for Steph Curry, nobody. It's a big injury, but that's part of the game. When we had the quarterback, let's go to football, and he got hurt, Carson Palmer. They took that cheap shot on his knee at Pittsburgh. Guess what they were saying? Next guy up, next man up. Who you got? Jimmy Buckets? Get in there. Next man up. I'm not making no excuses for anybody. Steph Curry, nobody. LeBron James. None of these guys are getting a pass. Like, none of them are getting a pass. The next man has to get up in there. Like, you know, like they said, LeBron had an injury. He played through it. That hamstring injury is a different type of injury. The hamstring, you don't know. It's like, honestly, you don't know. So it can be healed this week, and it can take 2 to 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. We think that with T. Higgins here in Cincinnati, that hamstring injury. So I don't know, but it's a big loss. But I'm not making no excuse for the Golden State Warriors.
Oh, I don't expect you to make no excuses. I don't.
Well,
and that's no. Listen first. That's why I was about to say. That's one thing I like about you. I like that about you. It's the next man up. I was just about to say that. I'm giving you your props, man. And I'm with you. Jimmy Butler, you over there. Go ahead, Derek. I'm going to let you intervene on my side.
And let me tell you this. A wise man once told me this. A goal don't care nothing about your excuses. At injury, I don't want to hear the excuses. Your goals don't care about it. I got that from a wise man.
Okay, Derek. You anyway, you right. Ain't no excuses. I'm salty. My boy got hurt. I ain't gonna even lie. I don't even want to watch the playoffs. I don't. I was like, man, but Jimmy Buck is there. I just think this is a time where like the team need to really come together. Draymond, get tired of your antics. You want to bring up, you an angry black man, dude. Man, we got 13 years of you doing some bull job, bro. Yeah. And you sitting up here playing victim. Man, shut up, bro. Getting tired of you, man. You got all this defense. You throw it past somebody deflecting. You smacking them in the face. You slapping them in the eye. Then you got your hands up talking about that ain't no foul, this, and that. I done seen you stump, kick, push. Guys, this one you need to step up. And what you have, game one. Shout out to you. But all this other antics you doing, bro, that's why they say, oh, you ain't none without Steph. Steph ain't here. You find a way to get kicked out the game. You need to step up, bro. And I'm tired of Steve Kerr, too, showing favoritism to Paz. Paz get all these turnovers. He's a rookie. He get more burn than Kuminga.
You ain't lying.
I'm like, man, Kuminga, look what he need more. Steve Kerr, I blame you, man. You messed up that boy mental because now he's scared to make a mistake. Go ahead, Derek.
I just want to ask you a question, Greg. So are you saying that Draymond Green is missing Steph's leadership?
He missing Steph game.
Because
Steph game opens up for him to sneak in points. He's not the scorer. He's a defensive guy. But you can tell when Steph not there, Draymond find ways not to finish games.
So you saying this is mental? He's not mentally there without.
He's not. He's connected. You see, Clay ain't here. Who's still there? You only roll with who's still there. Who gonna roll with you? Clay thing was an ego thing. But I'm just saying right now that Steph is not there. Draymond, step up. Step up. Give me 12, 13. Give me 8 boards. Come on, man. All this clapping.
G, you made a great segue, not to interrupt you, because that's actually what's going to be my next thing was Draymond Green's on court issues. So, like, what I wanted to say was this, guys, before, Greg, you made a great point, what he said about don't use that angry black man rhetoric, because I'm an angry black man. And so, I wrote this down. He said he's tired of angry black man agenda being pushed on him. Let me put this out there, y'all. He has had his 5th technical foul in 9 playoff games.
He's two techs away from being suspended.
He's 2 techs away from being suspended. Now let's talk about this. He cost maybe Golden State. Hold on, remember when he got suspended against 2 games, right? Against Cleveland, right? What I'm saying is this is what I'm saying about Draymond, and we're gonna touch base on here. Brian Wendy from ESPN said that a lot of people around the NBA are getting tired of his leeway, because what's happening is that he's getting these fouls and then what he's doing afterwards, right? And these refs he's intimidating them. They're like, you know what I mean? Like, as you can tell, he's kind of they're getting nervous to even technical or throw him out because of what he's saying to him. You know what I mean? And so, I think we talked about it a little bit. Draymond either has to settle down or get the hell on. You know what I mean? Somebody has to hold him accountable. You want to do that on your pod? That's fine. But you're being detrimental to the team, and it's cost them because they need you on the court. So I know, Greg, you touched a little bit based on that. DT, what do you think here with Draymond?
I think what Draymond doing is really part of his game. That's a part that he used to try to get under people, but it's just the way he, like you said, what he's doing is how he's doing it. Like when you get the tech, you running up onto the referees, all in their face and stuff like that. I'm a type of guy, if I'm reffing, guess what? I don't have a problem with throwing you a tee. I'm going to get you out of there immediately. And I'm one of those people, if I was a coach, I'd be teed up immediately, because I'm one of those people that got a mouth on me to act crazy and, but all that stuff, it's basketball. Play the game. And now if you was playing back with the Detroit Bad Boys and Dennis Rodman and them, you was doing this and that, Patrick Ewing, Charles Barkley, one of them people would have took off on you. Like Shannon Sharp said, put them paws on you. Like they would have been and put their hands on you. It wouldn't have been nothing else. This NBA now, like you keep saying, is soft. This is the Greg Clark NBA, not the Derek Turner.
Go ahead, G.
But Derek, that was a good one. I like that. Okay. But it's funny you said you would be kicked out the game, because I was standing next to you at Hughes. We almost got kicked out because of your mouth. Oh, and you and Mike, I knew about that situation. I ain't gonna, you got.
So,
but
listen, at Hughes' game, I'm there as a spectator.
Did you get kicked out?
At Hughes, no, I did not get kicked out. I did get kicked out of a high school game. It was at Aiken. It's because I went over to the opposing team side and sat on a bench where it's not labeled home or away and cheered for my team. I was kicked out.
Okay, back to me. Okay. But nah, Draymond Green, like I said, I like him as a player, but some of this stuff, man, it got to stop, dude.
Gotta stop.
You hurting the team, and I must name something else. I think Kurt and them scared of it. But not Jerry Stackhouse. I saw when Jerry Stackhouse grabbed, he was like, oh, okay. And like Derek said, yes, it's part of his game psychologically, but ain't nobody going for that. That's old now, bro. You 13 and ain't nobody going for that. You ain't gonna throw no punch. You put Rudy Gobert in a sleeper hole. You was warned, I heard before the series. None of that. So I just think you can still be a good player offensively without doing all that bull jive. And I just want him to just step up now that Steph is gone. And it ain't no excuses. I want Kuminga to play like 30 minutes. Moses Moody is hurting us. Moses Moody is hurting us, and that's one of my guys that I like. But I think coming home, hopefully he get a little spirit, a little spark with the crowd behind him and get things going, man. And Buddy had a good game against the Rockets to close them out. He had a good game one, not so good game two. So tonight they play, and I'm gonna say this: watch out for Ant-Man, bro. See, Ant-Man might have one of them 35, 8, 7 games on your flow. I'm just saying. Because they've been playing Ant-Man good, man. They've been playing Ant-Man good. He only averaged like 19.7, something like that. 20, 20.7. But they've been playing him good so far. But Nas Reed, he been coming in, and I like how Dante DiVincenzo and
yeah, they've been playing well.
They've been playing well, but Golden State is no excuses. And Draymond Green, chill with all that, bro. That's old now. The lead is used to that. Please don't.
Okay, and and I think that's great. And if Draymond, we love the intensity. If you was from Cincinnati, you probably would have played for Tav. I see you as a Tav ball player, man.
Derek have his jersey. Derek have his jersey.
He'd probably be his favorite player, honestly. So Draymond, listen, your team needs you. You know this. Derek, you made a great point. This might be part of your gimmick. You know what I mean? Where it's like, hey, this is what you need to do to get going. But and we're gonna transition out of here because I know we got a little bit more time here. So we're gonna go into here. We want to talk about what's going on in our city and with Rodney Hinton and Sheriff Larry Henderson. On a serious note, I just want to start here, guys. I'll start here first and keep it a little quick and let you guys talk. Rodney went to school with me, Purcell Marion High School. I only have good things to say about Rodney. Now we weren't as close to the point where once we graduated from school that we kept in touch, anything like that. But the character of the guy, he's always been cool, smooth dude, ladies guy, good friend. People, I'm pretty sure I've read other people that know him as well say the same thing. Actually was at my barbershop today, and the guy that was in the chair actually was real close with him and said, "You did great, say the same things as me." And I said him first before I even knew this dude knew him. You know what I mean? So it wasn't just to talk about it, but this is what I do want to say is that I hate that Larry Henderson's family is grieving. I hate that Rodney and his family is grieving. That's the number one thing.
For sure.
Second thing is both of these people should be here. The son should be, Junior should be here, and Larry Henderson should still be here. My barber, and I'm gonna give my barber Danny some great credit here. He brought a different perspective to me, right? Both of these were. I teach my kids, and we talk about this all the time. My wife reminded me that everything has a consequence, right? People don't understand is that this young brother was running. He was scared. Police, you can't be scared because you're trained to do what you're supposed to do. If he's running away, you call a backup police officer. Let's try to catch him. This Junior body got in trouble, but he's due to, if he needs to go to jail, right? Shoot him in the leg, tase him. There's other options than you shooting a kid in his back. Point blank, period. That's my talk. That's my thinking about. But it's also a trickle effect. What we have to understand is that we've seen this happen to Sam DuBose. We've seen this happen to George Floyd, right? Police have to understand that once Rodney saw that video and he did hit Mr. Henderson, Larry didn't have anything to do with this. But we have to understand what the police is, that there's a trickle effect that's happening, that people are starting to take this in their own hands because the justice system is failing us over and over again. It's happening across the whole country. Both of these people should be here. But, but people understand is that from any type of cause, there's an effect. If Junior's still alive, Mr. Larry Henderson would pretty much be alive. Because again, he had nothing to do with this. Again, I want to send condolences. This is my last time speaking on it. I want to send condolences to both families. I hate that y'all hurting right now. I hate that y'all lost y'all loved ones. Junior, you had a lot of life to live. 18 years old, you a baby, man. And Mr. Henderson, you got through your career, retired. You're volunteering. You're done. You made it out a treacherous career to still be alive and be able to be here. You were a dad, a father, an uncle, a brother. So we just want to send condolences to your family as well. I know I do want to hear. Derek, let's start with you here. Just a few quick words about this situation, and we'll move on.
Like you said, I offer my condolences to both families as well. And honestly, I'm tired of the coverage that it's getting all over the news. It's on CNN. It's everywhere. It's got to come to a point where we able to heal. But in those comments, me personally, I don't care if you black, white, purple, orange. I have love in my heart. I love people. Take all that hate that's in your heart away, because all it is dividing us more. We can't have a community without unity. So the community, we'll never be a community because we can never come together. And this incident, it's an unfortunate situation, but it's showing both sides on how they feel. And I had numerous of people tell me, I would have did the same thing for my kids. I would have did this and this and this and that as well. But me personally, like I said, I could never say how I would have did or how I would have reacted because I'm not in that situation. But I also understand, like you're saying, this has been an ongoing thing for years. You take it back to 2001, where Officer Roach shot Timothy Thomas in his back for running, unarmed. Sam DeBose, Ray Tinson gets off. People are getting fed up with it, but I do feel it's a way that we can go where we don't have to go with that hatred in our heart. Let's lead with love. Let's be caring. Let's come together and have a solution where everybody can sit down at the table. And if an officer is shoot somebody that's unjustified, punish him accordingly. Hold them accountable as well. Like even with the Chiefs not wanting to release the cop's name who did it, and I can understand you might feel like in retaliation or whatever, but this is protocol. This is typically the shooting after they do their week on administrative leave. The name is released. So let's not hold the name back from the public, because now it's making it seem like Cincinnati police are hiding something here with this incident. And I don't think he was shot in his back. I think he was shot in the chest, because the police that was actually chasing him didn't shoot. The one that was coming at him towards him is the one that shot. That's how he got him in his chest. But at that same time, you watch that video, that kid did not raise a gun.
Yep.
He didn't raise a gun. So somebody got to be held accountable. I don't care what the situation is. Everybody got to accept accountability. But and this is officer, I want to get him on his show. His name Andre Ewan. He said, don't leave it into the hands of, he's a cop. Don't leave it into the hands of us to discipline your child. Let's get this stuff started back at home. I don't know if y'all witnessed that press conference, but that kid is Ryan's cousin got up there and spoke. Ryan tried calling him numerous of times. He was locked out the house. Ryan was sleeping in that car, man, because he couldn't get in the house that day. And his cousin was heartbroken by it. Like, he's like, he called me 9 times. He was blaming himself because he couldn't answer the call, man. Like, for that kid to get in the house, to be able to go in the house.
Yeah.
Get yourself together, Derek.
Honestly, yeah, get yourself together, bro. I understand it's emotional. Yeah, G, go ahead. You let's touch base right, Joe, while Derek get himself together.
Okay. Y'all both, and I'll send my condolences to both families as well. Yep. And I'm gonna start it off with this. I was 14 going on 15. And my family been down this road. Lorenzo Collins. Mm-hmm. And he was shot. They quote unquote said he had a brick, which was false. 4 officers cornered him. You know, they said he was a mental patient. He escaped from the psychiatric ward, and they shot him twice. And the pain from these families, especially the little boy who got killed, I know that feeling. You know, and it's very sensitive subject, because when a person speaks, they want to see what side you on. They want to see, like, especially somebody that knew that kid, that know that family, that know your friend, Fred. You know, is you one of these guys that's gonna say it's cool, you know, that my son got shot, or you gonna say what was wrong for what I did? You know, sometimes in a public eye, what might be wrong to y'all might be right to him. And how he feel as a father. I'm not a father, but I can't sit up here and tell you what I would have did, because through the history, we all knew that cop was gonna get off, because it's a system. It's a brotherhood in police. I work for the city. I'm a distance brotherhood with the cops. And to hear certain things where I work at gas pumps, I see fire departments, I see police, they even nervous to speak. Big black man, look mean, and they know what's going on. And I see they nervous when they got to go out on duty. I see it. And the city, you feel it in the city. And it's sad to hear that young man got shot. But I just hate the fact that they say he was stealing cars.
Mm-hmm.
And to hear Derek bring another perspective of this got me thinking different, because I was one saying, man, let's shorty, why you was stealing them cars? We don't get to this point, because I don't like to see young brothers, young men doing these type of things because of these situations occur.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't always lead to some good. It's fish fries, it's teddy bears, it's incense and stuff to bury these kids, and as a father, I don't think it's a limit to where he go. Now, he hit an innocent guy. I feel bad for that family. He's not here because they saying, what my dad do? What my granddad do?
Mm-hmm.
He just saw one. He just saw one and said, forget it. And now look, like Derek reading comments, we seeing things. This stuff is around everywhere. Eddie Griffin was just talking about it on his YouTube page. Everybody got something to say. Everybody wasn't there, but it's just blazing through YouTube. It's blazing through all social media about this. And yes, we are tired. We are tired. We've been tired. They know we tired. And as a cop, as a black cop working with this guy, knowing that what took place, like Derek said, he got shot in the chest. I still got to defend my brother, but I go home to speak to my family and let them know what really happened. But I got to come to work and play this role. Go ahead, Derek.
Yeah.
So this is the thing. You said they know we tired. We know we tired. But at the same time, since that kid Ryan got killed, it done been 3 black men that done got killed, probably in the hands of black men. Right. If you're tired of us killing you, stop killing yourself.
Right. I agree.
And DT, that's a great point, because we wanted to first y'all, both of y'all points was great. DT, we appreciate you, man. One thing the viewers are gonna see, that this is coming from a genuine place. We are three black men. I know I'm a father, so I can only imagine. I lost my sister last year. That was probably the closest person I ever lost, other than my grandpa, right? And I got 2 black boys. You know what I mean? So we could raise, I was telling my wife, like, we could raise them up as much as we can, right? They're gonna have to make the decisions not to be in certain situations. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I could tell you to stay away from this dude. It's been plenty of time my dad, like, don't do this, don't do that, and I still did it. You know what I mean? And we had to find out the hard way. But the cool thing about it was that I'm still here. I'm able to learn from that experience. G, you made a great reference or analogy last week about potholes being filled in certain streets, but we're trying to tell you, hey, you run your car going this way, brother. There's a lot of them down there. You know what I mean? Yes. But also to you too, DT, is that we need to have the same energy for each other.
Facts.
That what we're doing to each other, the same way we're doing with these police officers. I seen a stat earlier where they said there's 1 police officer to 432 people. You know what I mean? Like, just around in the city, or, I don't know if it was, I don't want to lie about the stat specifically, but I know that's what was said. So I just wanted to say I just appreciate you guys being a touch base on that, man. Again, we wanted to send our condolences out. I just wanted us to touch a little bit more base than we did last show, other than sending the condolences and just knowing that we're with the community, we're with these families, and we want to find we're solution based, not conflict based. We want to find a solution to this bullshit. It is uncalled for. Our kids should be able to grow. Sheriff Larry should be able to enjoy his family. You know what I mean? We should be able to come together, because again, black, white, purple, Chinese, whatever.
Right.
we need that, like you said, Derek. We need to express that love, man, because we have a side to us. You know what I mean? That we all can come together and do this, guys. So we just want to appreciate that. And so I wanted to go to the quote of the day here, guys. And I have one more thing for us as well. The quote of the day here is that you don't have to be a visionary or even a college graduate to be successful. You just need a framework and a dream. And I think a lot of people need to understand that, right? Is that whatever that dream is. And I think, for example, I want to bring up Nipsey Hussle, where he talked about his plan A. He didn't have a plan B. His plan A was his plan A. He said even if he fell off, if he wrote down his plan A and he had 1 through 10, 2 might have failed. But what he did was he went back to 2 and after what he learned and was able to execute it to get to the plan that he wanted to get to. I saw a freestyle I put on my story earlier with Jay-Z where he was talking about, I'm so salty that neighborhood Nip gone because he had some jewels that he was going to share with me. Like, you get a guy like Hove where I think intellectual wise, he's one of the best, business wise, just brothers, brothers that, that's been giving us game for a long time. You know what I mean? And for him to be able to say, hey, Nipsey was, on a whole different level, how powerful and scary this guy was. He's just the example. When I read this, it's just like he came up in my mind just because what he dealt with, right? But what his family instilled with him, right? He understood his culture. He read a lot. Black Sam being the mentor he was. Both of them gave each other credit. If you ask Black Sam, he gonna say Nipsey is the reason for this. When Nipsey was alive, he gonna say Black Sam was the reason for this. You know what I mean? So it just that's what brought up to me. And guys, what G, starting with you, what do you think about that quote, man? And what does that say for you?
Well, no, that's need to be said, need to be heard. It need to be pushed. Because a lot of people lost, and certain little things you can say can spark something. Like giving somebody hope through words, through quotes, can start that engine.
Right.
Because there's a lot of people that's walk around here that we walk past through the gym and, work environments and, deep picking people up and don't get it, don't know. But they can just hear that one thing, you know what? That's it. Go home, plot, plan, strategize, because they don't know where to start. They say, where I'm gonna start? Now. It's the now.
It's the now.
Oh, I'm gonna get in the gym. It's now. Whenever you start, it's the start. Yeah, you might say, well, in 2 weeks. Okay, cool. Now, what you doing now, though? The 2 weeks gonna be there. Because guess what? If you start now, guess how far you're gonna be in 2 weeks. See? It's now. It's how much you want it. And everybody don't want it, but sometimes you can hear, like, we love rap music. We hear a certain verse, a bar from Jay, Kiss, Ransom, Fab. And it could open up another door in our mind to open up another door in our life. So those are things, those are quotes. I'm big on quotes. I quote all day and see and hear things that keep me motivated, for me not being stagnant. So I hear stuff from y'all. Our conversations we had. I take a lot of stuff that we talk about home with me. Be like, oh, I ain't even look at it that way. Or this, and that. So that was deep though, right there. I like that. I'm definitely going to take that and put that. I'm gonna tuck that. I'm tucking that.
For sure, G. Hey, I definitely appreciate that response, man. Thank you for that clarity. What about you, DT?
I just want to say I appreciate the quote, Fred, but I agree with G too. Like that quote is something that we got to push to our youth, man, because they really don't have a clue or a sense of direction on which way to go. Right. So we got to let them know it's avenues out here for them, places and things they can do, but also they got to be aware of these programs because there's a lot of stuff these kids don't know about, and we got to stop letting people push stuff to our kids, and we got to start pushing it to them because these programs that they had for us when we was arts and crafts and stuff like that. Now these kids ain't into that. These kids into like making music. They're into fashion design. They're into like edited audio and video edited. Let's get some programs that's geared towards these kids and giving them something to do where they're able to live that dream, where they don't have to go to school and get that college degree to become successful or whoever it is. And I know people personally that ain't got a lick of college sense. I ain't even gonna say ain't even finished high school. And guess what? One of them I know for sure owns a lot of property here in the city. Man, on his own cleaning services, very lucrative. But guess what? He ain't doing. He ain't go out there and sell no drugs and nothing like that. He went and used the resources that he taught himself to get what he wanted to get. So we got to let these kids know, because that video, that image you see of that person that's going to buy a $500 pair of shoes, a $1,000 shirt, $200 pairs of pants, guess what? I guarantee you can get it working. I guarantee you can get it doing the right thing. And like this podcast is called Making the Right Play. Yep. Please continue to strive to make the right play.
There you go, Dan.
That was great, man. And just to end it on this, man. You brought up something when Dad gave you an option. Son, you want to go to college or you want to work for the city, right?
Yeah.
You finna be able to retire much earlier than a lot of people would, right? You're in a great, better position. So what I'm saying is that let's quit. We love the basketball players. We love the football players. That is not the only way out. You know what I mean? That is not the only way to take your mama and your family out. I remember Meek Mill, another quote that he said, "Gangster is buying your mama, getting your mama a house." You know what I mean? Like that's what's gangster, man. So so before we end, guys, we're gonna end on a fun note here, man. I don't know if you guys saw Gilbert Arenas, but Kenyon Martin and Nick Young, that back to back, man. It was so funny with Kenyon because I know that motherfucker crazy because how chill he was, and I know really probably what he wanted to do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And I could tell Nick. I'm glad. One thing I can tell you is that I'm glad Nick said something back because I'm big on respect. You got to give respect to get it. But I got Nick. You got to understand too. When you can't look me in my eyes and tell me, "Hey, I'm shut the fuck up." See, I'm looking at Nick's mannerisms. You talking with like this.
The camera was rolling, Fred.
The eyes was down like this, G.
Yeah, the camera was rolling.
I'm gonna keep talking. Nah.
Look me.
No, because Kmart had the legs crossed. That he had the Cincinnati. That was an aura that we felt we seen that before. You know what I mean? You know, we're from there. He got that from up here. You know, that cross leg where he was like, "Hey man, you a kid. Hey, told that man to shut up." You know what I mean? So I just want to go base for him quickly, man. G, what you think about that, man? I thought it was hilarious.
I loved it because see, Kenyon Martin, he got thin patience. And being up there, he got to show that he got patience.
Right.
So when Gilbert Arenas now be clowning and playing all the time, there's plenty of times I done watch the show and watch Kenyon Martin looking like, bro, grow up. And that was the time for him to say that. And he know Nick Young piggyback off a lot of Gilbert stuff. But the fact that he was talking about Pop and for him to still continue to be over there talking is disrespectful to him.
That's right.
Like, okay, listen to what I got to say. I get it. You want to show a picture and got up under Kenyon's skin. We know if the cameras run rolling, Kenyon probably would have contributed. Boom, pop, bam. But Nick Young said to himself, I gotta say something because I know the camera's rolling and everybody gonna see it. So you're not gonna look like you just punked me out. But to your woman, Fred, to what you were saying, your head down, your posture. I'm gonna keep talking. You ain't gonna, I'm gonna keep talking. Nah, look me in my eye. Zoom in on me. So, and I understand as a grown man and Nick as a father, everybody ain't gonna be in this messenger talking about Kenyon punked me out. Nah, man, I said something back. That's like saying a fighter went 12 rounds and ain't get knocked out, so he cool with that. But yeah, it was a little funny thing though. I hope they squash that stuff and move on.
Yeah, I think they will. What about you, DT? Did you get to see it? What you think, real quick?
Yeah, one of y'all sent it into the group checks too. But the thing about it, like, regardless of what's going on, Kenyon Martin, you got to respect me. I'm a grown man. You don't tell me to shut up.
Right.
You don't tell a grown man to shut up. I don't care what I'm doing. You don't tell me to shut up. You don't do that. And Kenyon Martin, he got to do a better job of controlling himself because even you telling somebody to shut up, you and let me know I got the best of you. And this dude here, it's a dude here. He always say, "Bark dog bite." Like, and this guy feel like that's gets like he got under my skin when he say that. But you got to be able to hold your composure and not let this person know that he ain't got to you. And then once the camera off, now you can address me like a man. Because right now we on this podcast and we got something that we doing for the people and we trying to show the unity and not us being divided here with me telling you to shut up because that leads to something else. You know, that's gonna get hot. It's gonna get disrespectful and stuff like that. And I mean, it's a podcast. We here to have a discussion, and you know, it might be indifferences that we might have, but let's keep it professional.
Man, we didn't got up under your skin in the gym. You on your second pair of earphones. Where the first one's at? What? It wasn't enough tape? It wasn't enough tape? No, I'm lying on you though. Am I lying on you?
Greg.
Be honest though, am I lying on you? No, for real though. Nah, see, because you smirking. When you got that little smirk.
No, I want to talk here, Greg.
No, I'm just saying.
Can I talk, Greg? So in reference to that situation Greg is talking about, I did too lose my composure. I am human. We all lose our composure. Yes, I broke a pair of headphones. I am a passionate person, especially when it comes to my family down at Taft High School here in Cincinnati. I'm rolling with Taft versus any team anywhere. Like, that's who I am. Like,
yeah, we know that, Derek.
Okay, so I broke the headphones. It's no big deal.
Why did you? I know what I'm saying, but you was on your Kenyon Martin, right? But Kenyon didn't even break nothing. He sat there with his legs crossed. You spiked them. You thought you was Grunk.
No. Look, first of all, see, these can be replaced. This is something that I spent my money on.
But guess what?
Respect, you can't buy.
Guess what? Respect. Derek, guess what? I would have had my same pair because I wouldn't let you get up under me to throw them. See? Practice what you preach, little man. Because Granny won't like that. Granny won't like that. Granny won't like that. I talk to her every day. Granny don't like that.
Granny don't like that. Hey, listen, guys. Hey, that's a great way to close out the show, man. Hey, guys. Hey, listeners. We gonna continue with this content, man. This was a great episode here. Before we go here, guys. Last words, G. You got anything for the viewers?
Viewers, show support. We got good content. You know, I'm here with two great guys that's knowledgeable. And we want to keep bringing y'all great content on sports, not just sports, but in life and what's going on in our communities in Cincinnati, you know, and we appreciate, you know, the love, the listeners. Like I said, the feedback, because the feedback is going to do nothing but make us get better and bring y'all better content. So I appreciate the love.
DT, what's up, man? Last words.
I just want to say thanks, everybody, for tuning in. But I want to ask everybody to continue to make the right play. I know it's not always hard, not always easy to do the right things, but continue to strive, like the podcast say, making the right play. We want to do it with you. Let us help you. You help us. Let's continue to make the right play so we all can grow.
That's right, DT. Great. And what I want to say as my last words is I want to shout out all the Cincinnati kids that's been picking up these Division I football offers, basketball offers in the last week. We had a lot of schools come down here, and I think Taft. I think about 4, 5, 6 kids got Division I football offers. So I want to shout those kids out for not only doing their part in the with the books, but also doing the easy part, which is on the field. At the end of the day, it's about getting that free education and becoming a better man. You know, sports is, I think, a lot of times, and I'm gonna keep it short, is that I think a lot of white families, they put their kids into sports to get those benefits. We put our kids into it to become professionals. And so I think a lot of times we got to make sure that we're teaching them how to play on the team, how to be that role player. It might not be your turn, and how to celebrate and apply to each other. I think it gets to the point where, when you're on a good team, you want, it transitions from you not being a hater, right? Not being called these things because you're able to apply other people's wins. And you know that it has no effect on your path because what's for you is for you. And viewers, we just want you guys to understand that you keep, let's change the mode. Let's continue trying to make the right play. It's okay. If we do fall off the horse, let's just try to get back on it and do it right, okay? So we want you guys to subscribe, like, comment on all our platforms and share. We're only gonna be getting bigger and better. So get on the train now, you guys, so y'all can grow with us, because once we get there, you'll still be able to, but we want to be able to we want you guys to be able to be on this journey with us again. So guys, we want to say appreciate you guys for tuning in to episode 3 of Making the Right Play. It's your boy Fred again. We have our boy Greg and DT, man. We'll see you guys next week. All right, appreciate it.
Put that muscle down, bro.